So this video will briefly go over the basic setup of OBS for streaming and or recording. Obviously this is being recorded in OBS as well, so some of the settings will be greyed out, but we'll go through it as we go through. So okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to bring up the OBS window so you can see what's going on. So here we go, so press that there, and there you go. There's the OBS window. So as you can see, the first thing I would recommend you do is you set it to studio mode, which is this button here, as you can see is enabled. What that does is it allows you to show the program view, which is what you can see now, this side of the screen, and on the right hand side of the screen it will show you a preview of the scene that you would have had previously. So for example, what we've just seen previously was the Speed Standby slide you saw at the very beginning of the film. That has now gone into preview, so if I press the transition button again, that will then bring that back up again. Okay, so what you do now to set things up, you would go into this file menu, you'd go down to settings. Okay, obviously the general tab, you normally don't need to amend anything in here. Everything's usually preset. The best one for streaming is the streaming tab. Okay, as you can see here, this is set up for YouTube. There are other services that OBS you can use OBS, Twitch, adult services as well. There are a few on there. I'm not going to go into detail, but obviously select the one you want to use. Server obviously depends on the service. Some services have a primary server, some others different ones. You might need to put it manually if there's not one in here. The most important thing for live streaming though is a stream key. Now a stream key will be issued by the site you are streaming with. As you can see on this example, this is set up for YouTube, so my stream key is here, which is from the YouTube website. Okay, next one for output is your output tab. Okay, so your output mode is usually the default setting, as you can see there. I would always set the bitrate for live streaming actually at 3000. Okay, software decoder and audio bitrate doesn't really matter. Okay, if you're recording, you try and set it the same as the streaming setting. So as you can see, this is going to stream out or record at 3000 video bitrate, which is quite good. Okay, so your audio, it's the next one. Again, sample rate, don't normally touch that. Channels are stereo. Your desktop audio, if you are recording desktop audio, make sure it's set to the right device. If you've got a headset on your head, then do it to that. If you've not, then don't. I've left it to default, so that's fine. If you have a secondary audio device, you can set it there as well, so you can have different audio devices in OBS if you've got different devices like a headset or your ordinary PC microphone. Again, you can set your microphone, which in this instance is set to my headset that's on my head, which you'll see in a minute. If you have other audio devices, you can set them here as well. Okay, and again you can add them as a source in OBS when you get to the bottom here. Okay, so the last one on here is the video. Okay, so what I've done here, you can't actually see it because unfortunately because I'm recording it's active, so you can't actually see it. But the base resolution I've set as 1280 by 720, which is HD. Okay, keep your Outlook scale resolution to the same, so your preview and what you're outputting is the same amount. Your FPS I would normally set at 30 frames if you are streaming, minimum I would say. Okay, so that's that. So okay, so bring it up there. So obviously at the moment you can see the OBS window. Now say for example you want to say do other things, so this is like a device capture. So for example if you want to see webcam, you would set up scenes. So to do that you can obviously click on these buttons here to get scenes. Now you see here I've actually got 3 scenes set up. Now obviously scene number 1 was obviously the scene you saw at the very beginning of the film, which is this one here in the preview. Okay, scene number 3 is your OBS window that you're currently viewing. Okay, now and you can see that in the preview there. Okay, the scene number 2 is actually me. Okay, so at the moment that when you do a preview, that will obviously preview what the scene would be if you flick it. So to flick it over so it's actually live, so you get me in full screen, what you would do is you'd select the scene here. Okay, make sure your sources are set correctly. As you can see here I've set various different sources up, but none of them are enabled apart from the audio capture and obviously the video capture device. Okay, Everything else is unticked. There are various different other things you can do. If you want to change it, obviously, you can basically tick that off, like so. And if I do a window capture, that didn't work. Yes, hang on. If I right click this one and set a window. So, for example, if you wanted to set up, for example, let's bring up something that isn't going to incriminate me. Let's see. What can I do? What can I bring you? There we go. No, that's not going to work. No. What have we got that I can give you that isn't going to cause any problems? Right, there. Okay, no, that's not going to do it either. Okay, there we go. So, you can see there, that brings up, so if I enable that view, you see there, oops, and that's the next thing. If you set the window up, you have to make sure that you transform it so that it fits the screen, like so. So you can see there, that's my Spotify. Okay, right, so if you want to change it, take it off, bring that back up, change that to there. So to bring that live, you literally do this. You click this button there, and there's me. Okay, so that basically sums up a basic guide on how OBS works. I was about a long video and it mucked about a bit, but hopefully that gives you a bit of an idea. Okay, end of the video. Okay, goodbye.